of what I paid. I just thought that was fair. And also,
could I ask you a question on that, Ms. Wanzer?
sure.
Related to your travel expenses to Florida, is there a court order that requires Mr. Miranda to pay for a rental car for travel expenses?
No.
Aha! She wants him to pay for a car for her to travel.
Of course.
Guys, are you hearing this?
Just like a woman.
Clown World. He has to pay for me to have a car so that I can travel to see what the kids or whatever. Dude, get a job. If she is able to get on this Zoom call, there's plenty of jobs that she can work from home. Customer service, other things where they will send you a computer to your house. You don't even have to have a computer.
But AJ, she can only drive a Rolls Royce. You understand? That's better.
Well, she's able to drive. There you go.
I can drive I need to drive a 7 Series, all right? I can't deal with this 5 Series BS, right?
I need AC.
You know that bitch is in a Jeep.
It was kind of a open space.
Hey, man, have you guys seen the newest thing now that these chicks are doing? So for some reason, Jeep Wrangler
Oh boy.
4xe. So all these chicks are buying the plug-in hybrid Wranglers, guys, right? And they start
100 grand?
no at 50,000, right? But hold on, whoa, hold on. A lot of girls start at the Rubicon because my sister got one. When she was done with hers, it was 70 grand. And then she has a friend of hers that has a totally optioned up version. I think it was a high altitude, whatever. She paid $80,000 for a Jeep Wrangler 4xe for one of these. Absolutely insane.
Here comes
Why?
the Rico man.
I know, right? guys, look. We are in the age of the $1,000 a month carpet payment. Look at this.
That's what people are paying for pickup trucks now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, the average price even 6-7 years ago for a pickup truck was $850 a month. And now $1,000 a month. The $1,000 plus auto loan payment is becoming more common. Clown World.
You know the penis enlargement.
What was that?
I said the penis enlargement surgery couldn't be that expensive.
Especially since you live with your daddy, you can make payments.
I know.
Like
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but we all know, guys. Look, at my job, there's multiple chicks that are in their 30s that still live with their parents, right? They still live with their parents, but then still do all this.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Clown World. And you know what the worst is, guys? You know what the worst? I know girls that are married that are still on all this strong and independent boss chick. I know a girl, she's married and I'm a violent feminist. And I'm like, yo, your husband and you are married and you're basically living off of his dime.
Beta!
Clown World, right? Absolutely insane. Here we go.
Statement there that he would just help me with accommodations when I came, if I were to come round trip.
Okay. All right. Thanks. And then why don't you tell me about the medical expenses?
Yeah, David says you have to be stupid to have $1,000 a month car payment. Steve said, yeah, he paid $5,200 cash for his Honda Element. Honda Elements are good cars, man. Steve said, I paid $70K for my house. There you go.
There you go. Exactly.
Yo, I'm going to give Steve a round of applause. Okay, and then Steve M says, my nephew's paying $800 a month plus $400 for insurance for a work truck. What? Yo, that thing better give you a happy ending at the end of your workday for that. You see what I'm saying? What are you doing?
The
Guys, my car is paid off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get another one once the wheels fall off. You know what I mean?
medical
Only paid
expenses.
cash.
She's on his
Hey,
insurance.
hey, you know what?
Yeah.
War Skull, you're gonna get yourself a round of applause. Guys, all right. If you have to get a new car, I mean not a new car because I don't buy anything new, right? But let's just say that you wreck your car tomorrow. These are AJ's car recommendations. All right. First thing I would get if I was you, 2004 Camry. I would get a 2004. I would get one of these. Any like 2000s to 2010 Camry where you can get for like $3-4 grand, right? Or I would get a Prius, 2011 Prius, right?
Oh no! Don't do the Prius, man.
Dude, I have a Prius now. Thing's awesome. I fill up once a month. I can make it from DC to Boston in one tank of gas. All right, I drove from DC to Boston in one tank, and then drove from Boston to Toronto in one tank of gas.
No,
you know what I'm
people
saying?
though, yeah, Prius drivers.
But AJ, you're scaring the hose with
And here's the thing, guys. Priuses are good because the cops leave you alone. You can just drive right past them. You can park this thing anywhere. No one messes with it. If it gets dinged in the car lot, in a parking lot, it's just a Prius. You know what I'm saying?
Because you go so slow, nobody wants to even bother you.
Yeah.
And then I would do like a 2005 Avalon.
I don't
These
know.
things.
The dragster up here has Prius races. I've noticed.
Hold on. I would get like a 2006 Avalon, man. These things are tanks too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm cool with the Avalon and the Camry, not the Prius though.
Let's see. Hey, man, once you drive one, you'll like it, dude. I never thought I'd own a Prius, but man, I've had mine now for like 6 years. Man, shoot, it's great. Let's see. And I get
Volkswagen
50
Jetta.
Oh, thank you, guys. 2008
I had one.
Jetta.
Guys, I have one from 1995.
Guys, 2008 Jetta diesel.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what you want to get.
Oh yes.
If
yes.
you get a Dieselgate Passat or a Dieselgate Jetta, you can get them for dirt cheap with hardly any miles. Where I live in the DMV, they don't smog test diesels anyways. In 2019, a friend of mine got a 2011 or 12 Jetta wagon with like a leather, everything loaded for like $9 grand. It only had like 40,000 miles on it, and it gets 47 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, I remember when I worked
Gregory, the Avalon's bigger though. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Greg says he has a 2001 Avalon with 250,000 miles. Yeah,
the Toyota's run strong, baby.
I have a Golf from 95
Oh, really?
with 250k, but it's my uncle's.
Hey, you know what? It's free. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Keep driving it, man. But guys, hold on. I'm the king of the tangents. But guys, all right. let's name cars that chicks buy. Like the only reason why this model or this brand is around is because chicks are stupid enough to buy it. Number
Grand
one,
Cherokee.
Buick. What's that stupid small one? Buick, not the Encore. Yeah, the Buick. These things. Buick, chicks buy Buicks now. These little things. Why? Who would buy brand new? Let's do
Because they look like lipstick.
Volkswagen Beetle, if you know.
You mean the Nissan
Yeah.
Altima wasn't the first one up?
Oh, dude, yeah, the Altima. Dude. But look, brand new,
Chevy Malibu.
$30,000. Hold on.
Chrysler, some Chrysler maybe. I don't know.
The Chrysler. Well, they don't make anything other than the minivan.
I still think the Jeep Grand Cherokee's #1.
Yeah. Was it Cherokee? 2024. Yeah, these things. Yeah, chicks buy these things. Cause a guy who wants an SUV gets like, a Tahoe or an Explorer or something. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. Someone said Mini Coopers.
That's a
Two people said
pretentious
Miata.
dinner.
Oh, you mean the MX-5? It's not a Miata, man. It's an MX-5. Shut up, man. You drive a Miata. Yeah. All Infinities. Who in their right mind pays $64,000 for an Infinity? Absolute clown shoes, dude. Why?
She got that from her ex-husband.
Someone who has a man to pay for it.
But even then, but that still equals a chick initiating the sale. You know what I'm saying? Like, the guy might pay for it, but guys don't buy Infinities unless they're the older ones, and these kids are doing takeovers in them. You know what I'm saying? They're doing all the burnouts and running over each other. Oh, Nick Brown says the G-Wagon.
Are popular with the guys.
Yeah, but the older ones though, you don't see the whatever Q37s, G-Wagons. Yeah, and then there's the Buicks. There's the Kia. Not the Soul. What's the Forte? 2024. The Kia Forte. Who have you guys even heard of this thing?
Yeah, it's called garbage.
Look at this, dude. Why? Oh, and then of course, what's the small Chevy? It's like the Chevy.
Malibu. Or the Cruise.
The Cruise.
Yeah, that's pretty small.
I don't think that they make these anymore, but yeah, man, foolishness, absolute foolishness, man.
A Scion, maybe?
Scion, they don't make anymore. But yeah, guys,
maybe, yeah.
chicks, but well, I would say all Nissan models, man. Honestly, there's no good Nissans, right? Their whole catalog now.
I think number one for girls would have to be the Nissan Versa.
Yeah. You're right. The Versa is trash. The Sentra is trash. The Rogue.
You guys remember the Nissan Juke?
Oh yeah.
I dated a woman who, over the course of our relationship, owned 2 brand new Sentras.
What? She's your ex, right, Jameson?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank God. Oh man. This thing. What is the Hyundai? Okay, guys. This is the ultimate way that they make chicks buy cars. Look at this. Look at this thing. Chicks are buying these things like hotcakes. Look at this thing.
Like, I want to have a family of 6.
Or like all the Teslas too. You know what I'm saying? Like the SUVs and all of that. But guys, have you seen a Cybertruck in person?
No.
Guys, these are uglier
they're
in
ugly.
person than they are
They're ugly.
in pictures. And I've seen a black one, I've seen a white one, I've seen this color. Guys, this is the best-selling vehicle that over $100,000 in the U.S.
Didn't they recently have to?
They recalled all, but people don't care. They don't care. See, what you guys, Joe Dash, Steve, Greg, War Skull, Jessica, all people. See, we're so into like having common sense that it's hard for us to put ourselves like into the mindset of these knuckleheads that don't change their oil regularly, that don't actually do the maintenance that's required to keep the car on the road for a long time, that actually thinks that, hey, buying a new car, yeah, I'm gonna buy some $50,000 car that I don't need, when there's older cars I would never buy anything new. I think my car buying years probably stopped maybe 2013, maybe. I haven't seen any car that I would buy new in about at least 12 years. There's nothing new that I would buy. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm definitely not paying 45, 50 grand for some stupid car. Look at
Yeah, that's
look
what kills it for me. Is
look
just
at
the
this.
price on these cars is ridiculous.
Look at that. Yep. So, anyways, I digress.
And she got very sick a week before graduation and had to go to the ER. Also, she had, told her dad that she was sick, and he was just like, whatever. And she had called me all day the day that she went, and she just, Mom, I just don't feel well. She got really sick, and then I said, well, make a doctor's appointment for tomorrow. By the end of the evening, she couldn't bear it, and I said, well, go to the ER. And so she tried to go to urgent care, and eventually she couldn't. She went to the ER.
Why do women take so long to get to the point? My daughter was sick. I feel like she ignored him. It took her a while to get to the hospital. That possibly affected the outcome. That's it. Not.
No, they want to
Even
take
need you
out
to
the
elaborate.
violin. They want to, address the chords, just so that the story makes most people cry. I mean, everything she's saying is made up just to make the husband look bad.
And
It's
of course,
very.
what do I always say? These women are always they're either the heroes or the victims in their own stories, and 99% of the time they're volunteers.
And then when we got to the hospital,
What was that, Jameson?
I was saying, and then when we got to the hospital, the nurse, she was wearing these heels, and I know she paid retail for those things. They were just ridiculous price.
And she had this tattoo, and I didn't appreciate that. I didn't think that was
Very sick and had to have medications for afterwards. Anyways, so this is, like I said, a week before graduation. And then she did ultimately get better. I just kind of feel like she was still in school, that he should be taking care of her.
I felt like.
So thank you, Ms. Wanzer. Hope turned 18 on April 4th,
Yes,
and the hospitalization was middle of May, I believe, the 15th.
middle of May, and she was still in high school. Yes.
Okay. And then the temporary child support order, I saw that the child support order related to uninsured medical expenses was dated December 14th of 2012. So that's the document that I'm looking at. Is that the same document you're looking at that relates to uninsured medical expenses?
I'm unaware about any. Yeah, I think so, but there was the child support was completely stricken.
I don't see that order of 2012 was ever stricken, so it's still in effect.
Looks like she's supposed to be paying child support. Oops.
All I know is that there was never any child support. John had waived it. We had decided together that we had waived it. Also, and
Is there an order that says that
waiving.
child support was waived?
Hold on, guys. What was that?
No habla waving.
No habla waving.
No, I'm waving.
You see, that's back when I was on
right
the.
now. He's like, hell no.
He's like, no, that was back when I was on that '70s show.
Oh, man, look at this.
Also, and
Is there an order that says that child support was waived?
She's good.
no, we did it privately
Okay. All right.
with support enforcement.
Wait, how can you do it privately with support enforcement? With support enforcement's a public agency, you knucklehead.
Okay.
She's cooked.
All right. And then let me ask you, looking at that temporary child support order from December 2012, it says that there's a
we
division.
drew up our agreement on a bar napkin.
Yeah. we pinky swear.
Of responsibility that Ms. Wanzer would pay 31% and Mr. Miranda would pay 69%, and that order did not necessarily contemplate continuing obligations past the age 18, except for post-secondary education, where it specifically said that provision was reserved for the future. So if my understanding and assuming that order is still in effect, there's not an explicit provision that says that past age 18, the uninsured medical expense is obligatory on both parties. What's your response to that? Can you help me understand your?
Well, my response to that is that she was still in primary, she was still in high school. So if you're going to extend it through secondary school, wouldn't it? I mean, doesn't that apply through high school?
Well, the one specific thing that said that was reserved for future ruling would be post-secondary support, post-secondary schooling. So that was reserved. So there's no explicit mention of it at that time. So the other question is the billing statement that you submitted that lists, the insurance coverage and the amount owing says the responsible party is Hope Miranda. What's your comment on that?
Because she, of course, was the patient, so they sent it to her.
Okay.
It's under John's insurance, of course.
Okay. All right. Very good. What other information do you want to share about your motions for contempt?
Well, just that, that he has stated in the previous court hearing that we had in contempt, that he had made statements that he was didn't pay for Hope's plane ticket because he was providing her with a ticket to come home for the summer.
And what other statement do you want to make for your motion of contempt?
I hope you die, bitch! I hope you die of AIDS, Hope!
Really, like, why is it always like either a female or a feminist man, beta bucks, over here giving perks to the woman every single time while the guy's sitting here with common sense and logic?
Because that's just the way it works. Because remember, look, this judge gets a percentage of every single child support and alimony dollar that he collects, plus the court fees.
Yeah,
this is why judges, hold on. This is why judges make like $250,000 a year or whatever, and yet they retire as multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
There's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and I tell you guys, look, I don't even blame 304s because guys, I say that it's simps, right? Because if there was no simps, there would be no 304s. In the same way that if there was no drug users, there would be no drug dealers. Because this whole system is a small group of men trying to redistribute wealth from the rest of us men to themselves via women and the government. And these chicks are so dumb, they think that they're winning. Ha ha, I got you. You don't think that judge wants you to be in this position? The judge loses if two people break up, fine, but they stay out of court and handle it then, and the lawyers and the courts and stuff don't get money.
Hell yeah.
But that's not how it works.
You know what, Jay? I just got you to speak the truth, baby.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Works,
hey,
man.
Them bow ties ain't cheap.
But all these guys, that's why you can have a husband and a wife, both successful. Or let's just do this. They built a business, right? They did it the right way. Let's just give an ideal setting, right? Let's just say that they're like empty nesters or whatever, and they realized that maybe they only got married for the kids. The kids move out and they look at each other and they're like, I really don't like you, and I want to spend the rest of my life doing what I want to do. Now, guys usually don't do that. There's more the women, but why is it that they can have a multi-million-dollar business or a successful or whatever properties or whatever, and then if they get bitter enough in a divorce, they will have to both claim bankruptcy? Because the lawyers and the judges and the system took all of their assets and left them with nothing. And here's the thing. These lawyers know that women get so emotional, especially if the guy is like an older Chad and he cheats. All of a sudden, she's willing to burn everything to the ground. Just because she feels wronged in some way. He wronged me. You know what I mean? So...
No. She's just emotional.
Jameson, that thing you posted in the Discord was... With the Darth Vader dude, that was hilarious, man. So
for an extended stay, which he hasn't. In fact, I just purchased her a ticket.
he has noticed. He hasn't. He's supposed to. He hasn't. And luckily, guys, this guy here, he's just sitting there, nice and calm. You get what I'm saying?
Next week.
Is that part of your motion for contempt? I didn't see that.
No, I'm just saying it shows to character.
It just occurred to me.
How I can't count.
The reason he's facing sideways is so he'd give her the side eye every time she says something.
I know, right?
Count on his word, even in paper.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Wanzer. Mr. Randall, what's your perspective on the two issues? Or I guess the one issue on the medical expenses, because I think the travel graduation expenses, there's no order that requires that. So I'm denying that motion for the contempt of that portion. So the focus is on the medical expenses at this point.
Yes, sir. So I provide insurance. I will continue to provide health insurance for Hope, my daughter, as long as I can keep her covered. But I had told her previously to schedule a doctor's appointment when she had first told me that she was having some pains. I was not like, whatever. I told her to go see our family doctor and schedule an appointment. Hope is a procrastinator and didn't do that immediately. So a day or two after she had scheduled an appointment after talking with her mom, she never made it to that appointment because she went to the emergency room that evening. I kind of had a conversation with Hope after returning from the emergency room, just letting her know that, the costs are going to be exorbitant because you went to the emergency room. Everything is, it seems like almost double. And I said, if you'd have gone to the doctor's appointment, something may have been able to be done at the doctor's, which would have been relatively cheaper, and the insurance would have covered a good majority of it. Granted, the insurance covered almost more than 90% of the emergency room, so that was great. I didn't think that it was out of question to help my daughter understand that the process of going to the emergency room, that a bill comes along with that. I asked her to contact the hospital, let them know the situation that she is in, that she just turned 18. She's still, just about to graduate from high school, in the hopes that maybe they would either waive this or move it to a minimal payback. That was my ultimate hope for it, Your Honor. And in asking Hope to take charge of that, it was, she would like to be treated as an adult. And, with the treatment of, asking to be treated like an adult comes this responsibility. So I asked her to take care of it. Next thing I know, I'm being served with papers as far as the contempt hearing here.
Okay, thank you. Let me ask you, if I may. So the temporary child support order of December 2012 indicates that there's a division of responsibility for uninsured medical expenses, a 31-69 split.
Okay.
My question, I guess, is that as the person providing the insurance
how much
to the insured, Hope, if there's a remaining balance, the obliger or the party responsible for that is the policyholder, is it not?
I would say that ultimately, yes, they would come after me if Hope didn't pay it. Yes.
Right. Yeah. If Hope decides not to pay it, then they're going to come after you for payment.
That is correct.
So, and this just happened in May, and now we're just barely into August.
Okay.
So he's got full coverage on this.
All right, that's helpful.
Yeah, but apparently there was still some other costs, and I'm assuming that because remember he's supposed to pay that 60% or 70%, and then she's supposed to pay the remaining balance. So I'm assuming he's gonna do the math and be like, "Hey, yo, you gotta pay the rest of this medical amount." Oops.
Let me just look at one item here.
Your Honor, when you have a second, I have one more question for you.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
I was just wondering, now that Hope is 18, has graduated high school, and, she is working, when is she actually considered an adult, and where does our parenting agreement kind of end when she is, considered an adult?
So there's a parenting plan that was issued on September 30th of 2022. And then when a person turns 18, the parenting plan is done because she's a person of age of majority at this point. So he's no longer a minor.
So he doesn't have to keep her on his insurance.
All right. Ms. Wanzer, do you have any just brief response?
Not really, Your Honor. Just that I've been on disability now for a few years, and I live on minimal funds.
Where's
obviously,
that violin?
because they don't pay very much. So
Is there an able
I just
woman?
feel like John has taken every advantage that he can of me in the past, and still does. So that's just that's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. So there are two grounds which Ms. Wanzer brought a motion for contempt. The first was the travel expenses to Florida. So any order or any motion for contempt necessarily needs to be based on a court order.
Yep.
And the allegation needs to be that a person violated or did not follow that court order. So as I mentioned earlier, there was no court order that required Mr. Miranda to make any expenditures related to.
If you like true crime, check out my new channel.
Significantly, I've lost.
Uh-oh. Sorry, guys.
Where did we go?
Today's hearing
Expenses for the emergency room visit. It sounds like she wasn't doing well for a period of time. There was encouragement to take a different action. She got the help that she needed, whether it was timely or maybe a little later than hoped for. And then there's about a $1,100 bill that's outstanding. So the child support and health insurance is a little bit different in that health insurance generally parents can keep their children on their coverage up until about age 25 is pretty common across the country. And here we have Mr. Miranda's indicating that he's the obliger. He's the contracting party with the insurance company. So eventually they would come after him for the balance. But here there is an existing temporary child support order. It's temporary and it's old, but it's from 2012. It requires Ms. Wanzer to pay child support, but we're not here on that issue. We're here on that says that if
he needs to get her for it too. That's what I do. I would take her right back to court and get that money by hook or by crook.
Insured medical expenses, then there's a split of 31% and 69%.
She's so freaking entitled with everything that she gets, and he's really pissed off.
This whole thing, she was asking him to pay for her transportation, which she has no right to do. Just complete entitlement. You know what I'm saying?
So there's no clear indication that the child support obligation ends at age 18 because it's often common that children will turn 18 and still be involved in educational pursuits at the secondary level, high school. So here, I think that obligation continues. So both parties are responsible for the $1,049.89 in a calculus of 31% of Ms. Wanzer and 69% of Mr. Miranda. So that's what the parties are obligated to pay the hospital. As far as the contempt, I think there needs to be a willful and bad faith refusal to comply with the court order. So here, the court order is over almost 11 years old. There was in a relatively short period of time from the provision of services until the contempt was filed. There was some question related to age of majority and the like. So I'm going to deny the contempt, but just make clear that the parties are responsible in that percentage division for payment to the hospital for the services rendered to Hope. So I'm denying both motions for contempt.
Good.
However, both parties kind of have a clear idea of what the responsibility is under the child support order from 2012, that 31% to Ms. Wanzer and 69% to Mr. Miranda. Do the parties have any questions, Ms. Wanzer or Mr. Miranda?
No, Your Honor, actually, I do. How am I?
Of course she has a question.
Just like a woman.
On $1,000 a month. So paying $300. What am I looking at there?
So that would be something that you could check with the hospital and work out payment arrangements through them. I know a lot of hospitals have charitable causes, and they have some flexibility in their payment plans, and they work with people. When people don't reach out to them, that's when they get concerned, I think. I've seen in the past, but that would be your responsibility to work out something with the hospital.
Yeah, you could just pay
Your Honor, if I may, just to...
That's why
He's asking her for financial advice.
She should have kept her mouth shut. These women, they're so used to getting their way, right? That they get that they get cocky. They get greedy, but guess what?
Victory has defeated you.
Great. You know what? How much you want to bet there was nothing wrong with that daughter? There's just thousands of dollars of tests that they ran to try and see what was wrong. Yeah. Exactly.
And then them prescribing ibuprofen. Yeah, here your doctor's gonna write you a prescription for ibuprofen. You can go get it from Walmart. What are you talking about?
To bring it up is Hope gets a stipend of Social Security benefits.
Your Honor,
that should probably go to that.
No, Your Honor, I object.
So Ms. Wanzer, as a general rule in my courtroom, I allow people to finish.
Yo, he's like, Miss Wanzer, shut the trap. He's trying to talk, and look at that. She just can't handle the fact that it seems like this judge is actually listening to the guy.
Your objection is denied. There's not a legal basis for the objection. Mr. Rando, you can finish your thought.
Yes. Basically what I was saying is Hope gets a stipend from the Social Security that she gets along with food stamps that are provided. I watched this child since she has been getting it because I have nothing to do with it. Waste this money. So I think it would be very appropriate for this to go forward to that. I do understand your ruling is I'm obligated for the 69%. And if you rule I'm obligated to that, I will pay that bill to that. But Hope being an adult should have some kind of responsibility towards this.
Okay. So I won't make a ruling on that. That's something
you're a man.
You can work through. I get where the parties are coming from. I'm teaching responsibility and accountability and financial wherewithal. I get that. So
Gregory, he says, hold on. I mean, Steve says, so she's doing all this to avoid paying a $300 bill? Of course she is.
Just like a woman.
Come on, dude. They're the cheapest creatures on Earth. They're the cheapest creatures on Earth. I always say, guys, the only money that the only persons whose money that chicks love to spend more than their own is yours. And guys, I have a video dropping, I think it's either tonight or tomorrow, about a guy where he went out on a date with this chick, and she was like, yeah, I want to go to a hibachi place with like the dude that's doing all the flipping of the, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. And then, guys, she brought her friend along.
Steve must have been late to the stream.
And then they both ordered the surf and turf and scrumps and steaks and all that other stuff. And he said, It just got out of there and left them with the check.
So, pause for a second, AJ.
City boy! City boy!
So, AJ, I love the show. I got to go. It's been fun, brother.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but hey, man. Like I said, I go live Tuesdays 5:00 and 3:04. That's where we laugh at the chicks getting body slammed. Thursdays courtroom madness, and then I have a second channel for all you guys who that are new here, and it's strictly 5:00 and 3:04s. This channel is dedicated to watching these chicks get body slammed by the cops. Eventually, I will move all 5:00 and 3:04s over to this channel, and we'll only do it over here. And then Sunday, that's Send the Asteroid. That's the Red Pill podcast specifically. So, guys, always feel free to join the lives, guys. We also have a Discord, War Skull. I don't know if you're in the Discord yet, but here I'm going to drop the link to that so you can join that. We have a lot of fun over here. We'll probably do a Discord call soon. Talk more about some MMA and boxing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, guys. Yeah, thanks for calling in, man. But yeah, here you go. That's in the chat. So join the Discord, man. You know?
Hell yeah, baby. You guys have a wonderful night.
All right, man. Take it easy, pal. Good to see you.
You know,